There is a quiet law that governs the flow of all things, the law of supply. It says that everything you could ever need already exists in the unseen, waiting only for your recognition. Lack is never real. It's simply the shadow of a mind that has forgotten its connection to infinite source. The universe is abundance itself, endless, impartial, overflowing, and the only limitation is the one we imagine. The law of supply teaches that we do not receive according to our wishes, but according to our understanding. When we believe there is enough, life mirrors that belief. When we fear loss, life mirrors that too. The universe does not withhold. It responds. Everything you desire is already in motion, drawn by your inner state, not your outer effort. You are not trying to attract something that is missing. You are aligning with what already is. The source of all supply is invisible. It moves through people, through opportunities, through unexpected ways, but it never originates there. When one door closes, another opens because the source itself never ends. Supply does not fail, only faith does. To live in trust is to live in flow. The river of abundance never stops. Only the mind does when it doubts. The law of supply is not a lesson in greed, but in surrender. It reminds us that everything moves by rhythm. Giving and receiving, inhale and exhale, cause and effect. When you hold too tightly to what you have, you signal fear, and fear restricts the flow. When you release with faith, you expand your capacity to receive. The universe fills the space you create. This is why gratitude multiplies, not because it pleases a higher power, but because it opens you. The grateful mind says, I already have, and the universe answers, then let there be more. The anxious mind says, I don't have enough, and the universe replies, then let it be so. The law of supply is absolute, cannot be broken, only misunderstood. Supply is not about material wealth, it's about recognition. Whatever you acknowledge as real in consciousness becomes real in form. If you see beauty, you multiply it. If you see lack, you deepen it. Every thought is an investment, every belief a command. The universe is the mirror. You are the cause. To practice this law, stop asking, how will it come? And start affirming, it is already here. You don't summon abundance by force. You remember it by faith. You align yourself with the vibration of enough. You trust that life sustains itself, that what you need will always arrive, because it always has. The evidence of infinite supply surrounds you. The ocean that never empties, the sky that never ends, the sun that rises without asking. When you look through the eyes of trust, you begin to see that supply has never stopped. Only your awareness of it did. You are not separate from it. You are a vessel through which it flows. To think lack is to kink the hose. To think abundance is to let the current run free. Your job is not to create the flow, it's to stay open to it. The law of supply whispers that every need is already met in consciousness. The moment you think of something, the corresponding supply begins moving toward you. You don't need to chase, you need to become. Become the energy of what you seek, and it will find you without struggle. The universe cannot resist a mind in harmony with its laws. So think abundance, trust supply, and live as though you already have. Because you do. The infinite was never outside you. It has always been flowing through your hands, your breath, your being. The law of supply doesn't demand effort. It asks for awareness. And once you remember that, life becomes what it was always meant to be, effortless, generous, and infinitely full.